Okay, we have seen an incredible day of international tag rugby across these fields here at King's House. Some wonderful social tag in the International Cup as well, and a presentation for that will follow this. Law, as tournament director, will come over and present the medals for the winners of the International Cup. But before that, we have the small matter of awarding the 2023 British and Irish Cup. We're going to start off, just before that, with the referees of the day. We'll ask them to come up and give them a big cheer. I'm afraid we don't have a trophy to give you, but one from each country. Give them a big cheer. The Irish ref of the day, Mark Scoyne, and the GB ref of the day, Don Collingwood. You love them, you hate them, but we don't have a game without them. And cheer for all the referees, please. I'm told just before we go on to the team awards, there's a personal award that does need to be given out though. Barry Keary, I believe we've got a special moment for you.
How are you, Barry? Right, I don't know, Barry Keary is our manager for Team Ireland, but we're not going to let this weekend pass without acknowledging that it's Barry's 50th birthday. So, and Barry, Team Ireland, you know, you do a lot for us. We all chipped in, and we got to these. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Barry! Happy birthday to you!
Well, Barry, happy birthday. Okay. For the first time ever today, we had an 8th category playing for GB and Ireland. They were, this year, for 1 year only, an exhibition category. Next year we hope we'll be including them in the BNI in full. They played, like everybody else, a 3-test series. We're going to recognise, first of all, their player of the series. And I just want to make a quick note at this point. Our player of the tournament medals have engraved on them for 1 year only as a special tribute. Our friend and teammate, Sam Winter, who sadly died last summer. So our player of the tournament medals commemorate him this year. So next, a special one for the winner from GB Women's 35s, it's Emma Becker. Emma Becker and the whole Roach Becker family. That category was won in the first game by GB, the second game by Ireland, showing that it's going to be just as close as all the other categories we had here today. Ultimately, the third test was won by GB. They take out the Exhibition Women's 35s category. This time last year, it was the men's 40s that were in their first ever year of competition. It was them that was the exhibition category. Their first year in the competition proper this time round. And their player of the tournament from GB, Rhys Davies. So our first category to be awarded that counted towards the overall BNI. Again, it's swung one way then the other. GB first, Ireland second, ultimately finished up. GB in the ascendancy 2-1. So that's one category to GB so far. Men's 30s up next. And it's an Irish player in the tournament this time. Not a surprise for anyone who's played with him or against him. comprehensive in every asset of the game, Matt Kennison. That incredibly strong Irish team, led by Matt Kennison, coached by Matt Kennison, went on to have the most comprehensive display from an Irish point of view here on the fields today, and they won their category 3-0. Moving on to the women's 30s. Before I call out the player of the tournament, just a special moment to note that their captain, fantastic Phoebe Robbins, played her 50th cap today. And for the player of the tournament, her admin might be the worst I've ever come across, but on the field she's pretty damn good. Kaz Hensel. Ireland got a clean sweep in that last category. It was Great Britain's turn in the women's 30s. GB 3, Ireland 0. Moving on to mixed seniors, we got two players of the tournament here, male and female, so I'll ask them both to come up at the same time. One of them is a welcome return to competition after a couple of years, struggling with injury and out of the national side. The male player in the tournament in mixed seniors, Will Powell, and the female player in the tournament. The female player in the tournament, she's been up in this capacity quite a few times, and already this year at one of the tournaments, Amanda Scarpo. On to men's open, and I'm delighted to say, just beating a couple of British players, two player in the tournament, we do have another Irish player, so Barry, you'll be handing out another award here. Please give a huge cheer to Keegan Bradley. Keegan Bradley, you're around. He's coming, he's running. To be fair, he ran fast on the pitch. You can't blame him for running slow now with a beer in hand. What a hero. Pauses for a sip. Builds the suspense. He's back on his way. Keegan Bradley. Another 2-1 category, this one. GB won the first two games to lock out the series already, going into the third and final test. Ireland came back in that one to take a wonderful win. 2-1 is the final score to GB in the men's open. Two more categories to award before the trophy as a whole. We go to the women's open. Player of the tournament here, she was involved in mixed open last year, made the switch to women's open this year, and has gone from strength to strength. Please give a huge cheer to Freya Weil. That category was a wonderful one in terms of the performances on pitch from both sides. Ultimately, though, it was Great Britain that prevailed in all three tests and a 3-0 scoreline to GB. Two players of the tournament for Mixed Open to come up, but just before that, it wasn't just Phoebe that played our 50th cap for GB today. In the Mixed Open, we also had Grace Brown. Four players of the tournament, one from GB, one from Ireland, which is a nice way to wrap up the individual awards. The male player of the tournament from GB needs to stop playing cricket for Italy and be available for the World Cup, Marcus Campopiano. And from Ireland, she had a stunner, especially in that third test. It is Michelle O'Driscoll. For all of those players of the tournament, those class awards are obviously going to be a little bit at risk when you start the beers later this evening. So if you want to get your polystyrene and cardboard case to put it in safely, then do come and grab that. You can even leave it with me for safekeeping if you want, or Barry if you're Irish, and we'll get it back to you after that, so you don't risk breaking it as you celebrate. But now we move on to the moment we've all been waiting for, or certainly in Great Britain we've been waiting for 4 long years. The awarding of the British and Irish Cup. It was a wonderful day 4 years ago in Wasps when GB finally won the B&I for the first time. Came incredibly close the last 2 years, in 21 and 22, just losing out to Ireland in amazing contests. But it's happened this year. The B&I has come home, to coin a phrase. And so for this, I would like to ask all 8 GB captains to come over to lift the trophy as we present it to Britain for the first time since 2019. Okay, that about wraps it up here for the B&I presentation. For everyone who joined us on the live stream through the day, whether on Tag Rugby YouTube, whether on RFL's Our League app, Great Britain Tag Rugby Facebook, thank you for joining along at home. I hope you've enjoyed the day of action. Well done to all the players, both British and Irish, who represented their countries with pride today. We're looking forward to 5 weeks' time at the World Cup in Limerick. Barry, can't wait to be there. Have a good evening, everyone. Cheers, mate. Oh, yeah. Give it 5 minutes. So Law's now going to do one, but sorry, we had a second tournament. That's all right, no worries.